8 items that you should get rid of right now from your home. We will discuss cursed or demonic items that we should remove from our homes in order to make life-changing discoveries. What should be taken out of your house? Now, in regards to the items you must get rid of from your home, I want you to ask the Holy Spirit to first identify what needs to be eliminated. Second, begin with what is apparent. There are times, for instance, when you stroll through your home and see things that are so obviously out of place for a Christian to own. They have no right to be there. The third tip is to look in your office, closets, basement, backyard, storage, and even your car to see if there are any items there that you're simply unsure about. And I always say toss it out if you're not sure. That is to say, you simply don't know, is this supposed to be in my life or not? The fourth step is to search your digital space for pictures, files, or other items that you may have saved from past relationships or that you have come across online that do not exalt Jesus Christ. The fifth tip is to search for demonic emblems in clothing, jewelry, ceramics, and other items. In reference to those 8 items, here are Native American spirit guide emblems seen in jewelry, pottery, and other materials. First on the list are Native American symbols, jewelry, and pottery that act as spirit guides. For instance, many Native American pagan practices include demonic items that serve as points of communication between this world and the other for both the spirits and the religion. Dream catchers are one example, for instance. Although they are meant to ward off unpleasant nightmares and shield you while you sleep, they frequently serve as an open portal for demonic spirits to attack both your life and, if you have one in your car, your vehicle. And the notion that, well, they're just a bunch of jewelry, they just look good. You know that's how you see it, but such items are committed to the devil and have demons linked to them. The other thing to consider is to the symbols, literature, and items associated with the New Age that you should memorize. As an illustration, consider tarot cards. Some folks, are like, oh, tarot cards aren't that big of a deal. That is to say, you should get rid of anything that symbolizes or projects the New Age, as those items are diabolical and link you to a demonic realm. The third item that must be taken out are any symbols, literature, or artifacts. Witchcraft is represented via symbols, literature, and artifacts. Ouija boards, wooden dolls and spell books, are some instances now. Therefore, you must get rid of those items as soon as possible if you still have them in your possession anywhere in your home. Good fortune charms are the fourth item that needs to be taken out. As an illustration, crystals, rabbit's foot, or any type of lucky jewelry are examples of good luck charms, particularly on Native American reservations. Or perhaps you would travel and acquire that as a memento to bring you good fortune. These items frequently have devils attached to them, so they have no place in your home or place of residence. The fifth is other people's emblems, pictures, and sculptures. Monuments, pictures, and symbols from several religions. For instance, the pentagram, the skull, the death, or the Satanic Bible. The representations of objects that have symbolic meanings in various religions, such as skulls, death, skeletons, snakes, and dragons. Despite not being a specific representation of any one religion, they do have associations with darkness, death, and things that Christians shouldn't be involved with. Demon games come in at number 6. These include video games such as Dungeons and Dragons. Spiritual by nature, games have the potential to expose you to demonic attacks and open a portal to the evil realm. Music and movies come in at number 7. Videos displaying severe acts of brutality. Horrific films and music, as well as porn and satanic rituals, are all promoted along with immorality and explicit violent content. The devil is using music and movies to disseminate his filth, which is why those things are happening behind the scenes with demonic spirits. People now say things like, oh, I just like the beat. The enemy uses it as bait. So you can say things like, oh, but my favorite actor is in that movie. Or, oh, I just ignore the part where there's so much witchcraft and spells in that movie. As you can see, I only watch the enjoyable portion. I apply it, see a lesson from the Bible in it, and other things. So we shouldn't rely on such justifications. There are also things that look to be sinful or dark, and we should stay away from them since they could expose us to the devil and open our lives to him. The 8th item you should get rid of is any gifts, stuff, or correspondence from things pertaining to previous relationships, whether they were with your ex or someone else, and whether or not those relationships ended. Whether it was due to sin or the fact that the connection was improper to begin with. Even while these things may not be demonic in origin, they frequently have a grasp on your soul and your destiny. Thus, once more, those 8 items are essentially Native American artifacts that function as spirit guides in addition to being symbols of the New Age or things associated with it. Witchcraft-related items are number 3, lucky charms are number 4, and objects that are signs, symbols, or emblems of other religions are number 5. Demonic games rank number 6, and horror, satanic rituals, and pornographic media rank number 7. The 8th category consists of things that bring back memories of toxic, traumatic, or terminated relationships from which you need to move on. So what do I do with those? One could ask. What should be done once the evil items have been removed? Pray to the Holy Spirit. Search the closets, office, basement, backyard, storage, and car, and begin with the obvious. Look into your digital area. Search for those clothing items, and what should you do with them now? The material objects you own now catch fire. Things like on digital space, which you naturally remove and empty the trash can, etc. However, although fire can occasionally burn it, it can also not burn it. You can just discard it, and in all honesty, renounce both the objects and the spirits associated with it at that time. After that, simply anoint your home with oil, anoint the area that these items were in, and then simply rededicate that area to the Lord. Not just our physical selves, but also our souls. Everything that we come into contact with, including our soul, must belong to Jesus Christ. It need not be adorned with a crucifix or a fish, but it must be a representation of Jesus Christ. And we may accomplish that by eliminating the negative and adding good in its place. I hope that this helped to shed some light on the 8 items you should get rid of right now from your home. Thank you for viewing, and may God bless you. Please let me know if you found this helpful or if there were any other issues that the Lord may have resolved before you moved them out of your home. Tell me that in the comments section below. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already.